My. Ara. Ow, I hit my tooth. Hello fellow knights, Finn here and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. And last time, if you haven't seen it already, again, a card right here, and seems like MC is trying to wake up Sayori. I mean, of course, it's out of spite and all, but it's definitely not something, wink wink. So anyway, you guys know the drill. And what time is it? It's Doki Doki time. We're really gonna have to work on her sleeping patterns. Well, since I'm making progress with Sayori, yeah, she should definitely wake up early and not late than usual, because it's not good to stay up that late, so... I always knew she could be a little lazy, but this is getting annoying. Sayori? Hello? It's me. Sorry, I didn't want to wait outside. Are you, dressed? If I strain my ears, I can faintly pick up the sound of her voice. She's not replying to me, though. It sounds like she's talking to herself. I can't quite pick up what she's saying from this distance. Probably sleep-talking, and knowing her, sleep-talking about food. I'm nearing the end of my patience. Okay, this is your last chance. If you're getting changed or anything, you can't be mad at me. Man, her room is a mess. And Sayori is tucked away in the mess of pillows, blankets, and what? Duvet? I don't know how you say that. That forms her bed. There's a swathe of hair that's fallen into her mouth, and she's drooling slightly. She's curled up into a ball with her arms hugging herself. It's a strangely adorable sight, and I feel bad in having to wake her. As I draw closer, I can finally make out what she's saying. And to my dismay, it's nothing wholesome at all. It sounds more like she's softly whimpering to herself, and I can also spot glistening wet trails down her cheeks. Oh, having a bad sleep or nightmare, Sayori? Don't worry, I'm here. Seeing Sayori cry is a sight I wish I'd never have to see. Well, it also disheartens me to see the little cinnamon bun cry, so... Come on, let's make a move on this one. Can't help it. What's she talking about? Sorry, I'm so useless, but really trying for everyone. She flips over restlessly, a sob accompanying the movement. But it's so hard, so tiring. I don't want to do anymore. No, please, someone, anyone. I know, selfish. Sayori! Her head turns slightly, almost as if she's heard me. Her eyes remain shut, so it's impossible to tell if she's awake. Sayori, it's me, Finn. It's okay, I'm here. No, I don't want to go. It didn't work last time. They say it could work. Fresh sobs fill the room as she cries harder. Her voice breaks completely as tears drip down her face. At this point, I've had enough. A strong protective instinct within me demands I reach out and gently clasp one of her hands with mine. With her hand in mine, I gingerly shake her awake. Sayori! Finn! And with that final mysterious utterance, her eyes flutter open, with a panic momentarily flashing through them. When she sees me, she visibly relaxes and sits up. Oh, hi Finn. Oh! Okay, now we have a proper sprite of Sayori in her PJs. Okay, now yes, I'm aware there are different versions of Sayori in this outfit and all, but... I gotta say, I don't want to be that guy, but I think I prefer various artists' version over this, but then again, I'm pretty sure this version, I'm pretty sure various artists came out after Doki Doki Blue Skies, so yeah, I'm just saying though, really, but who am I to judge? She hastily turns away and tries to discreetly wipe her face. I'm still trying to process what I've just witnessed. Sayori, are you okay? I think you were having a nightmare. Oh yeah, yeah, same thoughts here, exactly.
Oh, was I? I don't remember anything like that.
I was literally right here, listening to you cry. Of course he had a nightmare. You said some really concerning stuff. She anxiously bites her lip as she replies.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worried.
You seriously need to stop thinking that you're a burden. It's my job to be concerned about you. We're best friends.
You're really silly sometimes, you know that?
What's going on, Sayori? Please, just talk to me. She looks ashamed as she gets herself out of bed.
Oh, Glob, I just realized. I totally forgot what we have planned for today. And I overslept. Finn, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot.
She flails around and on instinct, I reach out and pull her into a hug. Clearly this takes her by surprise as she doesn't make an effort to return it, at least initially, but after a while she eventually starts to weakly hug back. As we break apart, Sayori smiles, clearly trying to put her nightmare behind her.
Thank you, Finn. You always know how to make me feel better. Anyway, we have a lot to do today, right? Let's get started then.
Is she really going to try and ignore the elephant in the room? Sayori, don't you want to talk?
No. I'm sorry. I just really don't want to talk about it, if that's okay.
Another glimpse of this concerning side she worked so hard to pass off. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, I guess it's for another day, I guess. And yet, there they are again. The walls I can never get through. I was thinking about something, like, what? Beyond the walls? I forgot. I forgot, alright. It's in my head somewhere. I forgot that one title of that one song that, for sure, I think it's from Miraculous. If you know that song, then, yeah, plus points for that one, I guess, but it's definitely that. I just forgot the title. It's been a while I haven't listened to that song.
But...
Oh, but...
Finn, please? It's nothing. Everyone has nightmares.
She seizes on my moment of silence.
Anyway, can you just give me a moment to get dressed? Then we can start getting spooky.
With a sigh of resignation, I leave and close the door behind me.
We can get some pumpkins from the supermarket. You got a knife at home, right?
Yeah.
So, what kind of things should we carve into them? Bats, skulls, all those cheesy Halloween things, right?
Oh yeah, skulls, bats, perhaps those classic faces. I'm down for that. It's tempting not to answer, to give Sayori a taste of her own medicine. I don't think she's aware of just how frustrating this is. But then again, do I really want this to ruin the day? Sayori's clearly trying to put it past us. As much as I want to know what's going on, she's really not in any mood to divulge. And bringing it up now would probably ruin the mood and day for both of us. Besides, I can't really stay angry at her. I mean, like I said, I guess it's another time for that one, so yeah, or another story for another day for, for her nightmares and sadness and such. Her general bubbly persona is so infectious, only someone without a heart could be immune to it. I begrudgingly smile. Or spiders.
I forgot how much you're terrified of them.
Oh, come on, like you're any better.
I am. Okay, maybe with the big ones.
Even though Halloween isn't as largely celebrated here, at least compared to Western countries, shops still made a decorative effort. All of the cheesy, cliche Halloween decorations can be seen both on the exterior and interior of the shop. Luckily for us, all of the pumpkins are right at the front. Wow, these are huge.
Which means we have more space to make some awesome decorations, don't you think?
Her eyes meet mine, the cheerful enthusiasm still bouncing around in them. Yeah, good thinking. Well, let's get these three.
Ooh, do you mind if I grab some food for later?
Yeah, sure. What are you thinking?
Pizza?
Not exactly the healthiest of choices, is it?
Hey, I don't see you chomping on salad, you know.
Well, I rarely eat vegetables in my time, but they're good either. But as a kid, I really do not like veggies, but I'm slowly getting around it, so I'm good with it. But salad? No. But maybe soon. I might change my mind in the future if I grow older and such. Can't dispute that. But in all seriousness, Sayori, maybe you should try something that isn't just junk food. I worry about you sometimes, you know.
I know. You don't need to, though. I'll make more of an effort soon, I promise.
Alright, fine. Pizza it is. But only if I get a slice. Or two.
Deal.
Okay. In an attempt to display my masculine bravado, I volunteered to carry all three of the pumpkins. In hindsight, given how much my arms are screaming at me. Well, I can hear these guns screaming as I'm carrying them. I immediately regret this decision.
I can't believe you didn't let me carry any of them. You're so silly sometimes.
It's no sweat, Sayori. No sweat at all. Don't drop them. What?
That pumpkin is shaped like your head.
I swear to Glob, I will throw one of these at you. Oh no, don't eat one. Don't, no, she'll get hurt. No, you know what, you just... No.
You wouldn't dare. Besides, I don't think you'll be able to lift it high enough.
I hate how true that is. Oh, come on, MC. Do you even lift, bro? Come on, just... I mean, look at these guns. I mean, they're there, but... Come on, I mean... I am definitely not flexing right now, trust me.
Sayori 1, Finn 0.
That's so unfair. You're taking advantage of the poor situation I'm in.
Not true. If I recall correctly, you're the one who insisted on carrying these.
She adopts a comedic super low male voice. It's okay. How am I going to do this? It's okay, Sayori. I'm a big strong guy who can handle all these pumpkins. Okay, firstly, I do not sound like that. Right? An innocent smirk is my only response, which turns into indignation as I blow a puff of air into her face. It's a little victories in life.
So, which shape should we go with first?
Let's keep it simple for now. We can go with the generic jack-o'-lantern face. I pull up a reference photo on my phone.
We gotta start by scooping out the outsides, though.
I mean, it's easy. Just grab a pair of shears and boom, you're done. Easy. Well, as so I thought, really, because I've been making a lot of snow golems in my life.
So, let's cut a hole in the top.
Or iron golems. With a look of steadfast determination, she slices away the top of the pumpkin, exposing the contents within. She looks really cute with that look on her face. Her nose is scrunched up and focusedly intently on her task. And the best part is, she's so oblivious to how endearing she really is.
Come on, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Okay. Oh man, it feels cold and sticky. It's slow but steady work. As we scoop out the inside, I do my best not to focus on how soft her hands and arms feel as they brush against mine.
There. Now my hands are all sticky.
Yeah, mine too. Say, You want a new hairstyle? I grin and reach forward, aiming for Sayori's head.
Don't you even think about it.
Okay, I won't. I hold my hands up as a sign of peace. Sayori remains backed up away from me, a suspicious look on her face. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to you, trust me. As she lets her guard down and comes closer, I dart forward and poop her on the nose, leaving an orange smear.
Hey, Mimi, I'm gonna get you for that.
Only if you can actually catch me. I laugh and dart away from her strike. Sayori has never been particularly coordinated, so it's pretty easy to dodge her clumsy attempts. As she comes in for another swipe, I catch her wrists with my hands. She's squirming and wriggling, doing her best to escape my grip. Unfortunately, due to the slipperiness of the pumpkin coating on both of our hands, my grip isn't as strong as I'd like. She manages to twist her hand free and lands a respectable orange smear on my cheek.
I told you.
Her victory is short-lived as I manage to return the favor down her neck.
Wow, okay. A truce. For real this time.
No tricks?
No. Still have to carve the pumpkins.
Okay, fair enough. As we wash our hands, Sayori takes out a pen and starts to trace a face onto the pumpkin. I'm looking through the cupboards, trying to find a knife that's big enough. Ah, this one will do.
How's this?
I wander over to the left of Sayori. This is unfair. How is it that a girl who was late to wake up and get ready still smells really good? Must be the smell of cinnamon, if you know what I mean. Wink wink. A faraway detached part of me vaguely remembers something my biology teacher was saying about pheromones. Well? Yeah, it smells great.
Smells? Huh?
Oh dang, did I say smell instead of look? Oh! Looks like you're gonna be sus there, MC. Wait, I'm sus? Huh. Guess I'm a little hungry. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll start carving it. There.
Wow, that looks great. We make an awesome team, don't we?
We sure do. What about for the other two pumpkins? I was thinking we could do a bat for this one. And we could keep it simple for the last one.
Like carve Boo into it?
Perfect. Well, here we go again. A while later, and we're finally all done. Our handiwork sits proudly in front of us. A job well done.
The others are gonna love them.
I just realized, we must look like two proud parents. Except our kids are pumpkins. Sayori breaks out into giggles.
Finn, you've always been really funny, you know that?
One of these days, I'll learn how to take a compliment from the opposite sex. Especially when it comes from someone I'm starting to fall in love with. Oh! What did I tell you? What did I tell you, MC? I told you, confess to her already that you have feelings for her. And, maybe we might move on to tier 6 or 7, it seems. Or, wait a minute, if we're gonna move on from that... Hold on. Now that I think about it, we hugged, so that's tier 1, and then tier 2 is kissing? I can't remember Jake's dating tips at the moment, fellow knights. I'm so sorry, but I'll look into it. I'll ask Jake. He's not here at the moment. He's playing BMO somewhere else outside the room, whatever. But yeah, well, since we're starting to fall in love, since we did hugging, so tier 1 complete, tier 2 which is kissing, and how did we get to tier 5, which was tickling? Jay, I think you need some explaining to do, but I don't know how these things work. We'll just leave it at that. Unfortunately, that day is not today. Oh yeah, likewise, there's always a time for that, so we'll get to that when we get to that. As I feel my cheeks heat up, I'd be pretty surprised if Sayori didn't pick up on it.
Anyway, I have a lot of fun today. Sadly, I've got a lot of homework to get on with. So, I'm gonna have to go. But I'll take a pumpkin with me. Anyway, I'll see you on Monday. Oh, and look, I know you're concerned about me, about what happened earlier. But please, just try not to worry too much or anything. I'll try and tell you when I'm comfortable, okay? Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
With a click, the door closes behind me. I don't get much time to stew over to the day's events though, as my phone blares to life. It's my mother. Oh, hello again, Mumsy. Okay, I guess well, as much as I like getting the phone here, but it's charging right now. I'm sorry.
Hi, Finn. How have you been doing? Are you eating well?
Whoa, Mom, slow down. I'm fine. School's going well. Sakurai started talking about World War I, and so history's pretty enjoyable. About the eating part, how are things how are things on your end?
Stressful. I want to come home and see you. I've been feeling ever so guilty about being away.
That's fine. Seriously, since joining the club, that lonely feeling has pretty much disappeared. Plus, Sayori and I are hanging out on a lot, so it's nice to have some regular contact with her again.
Oh yes, that club of yours. You said it was a literature club, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should mean your grades for Japanese will be fantastic, right?
It's definitely helping.
And the other club members?
Yeah, we get along pretty well. One girl is shy, the other one is kinda cold, but I think she's a softie at heart. Oh, and Monika's the president.
Oh, the Monica you used to share classes with? The one you had a crush on?
Mom! I didn't have a crush on her.
Of course not. So, being around Sayori again. When I called you last week, you were on the park with her.
I think that kinda counts as a date, so that kinda counts.
Yeah. I'm so happy for both of you. She was always your best friend growing up. Although, perhaps it's a motherly intuition, but I get the feeling that you and Sayori...
What about us? I can sense her knowing smile even over the phone. Oh, Mom, see, you and I know what's up.
Well, you tell me.
Tell her you're developing feelings, don't tell her about the feelings. Okay, another choice here. It's not tough, but of course, should I tell her? I'm honest, so yeah, tell her you're developing things. Well, truth to be told, Mom, I think I really like her. Like, in that sense.
Yes, I did think this day would come eventually. Look at my little boy, all grown up. Falling in love with a girl.
Mom!
Sorry. I guess I should have seen this coming, given the way you used to act around her as a kid. Always looking out for her, protecting her from the things that scared her, sharing your food with her. Quite the gentleman you are.
Ah, well then, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Really? You had your suspicions that early on?
Motherly instinct, sweetheart.
We share a laugh. Of course, because mother knows best. It was confusing at first. I didn't really know what these new feelings were. I started to notice these little things about her that I didn't see before. Like how pretty her eyes are, or how nice she smells, or how cute she looks when she's trying to concentrate. I sighed dreamily. Yeah, I'll admit, she's got me good.
So, what's holding you back?
Well, I don't really know girls that well. How am I supposed to know she likes me back?
Teenage love. Well, look at it this way. When a girl likes you, she'll do a few things to try and signal that interest. Does she maintain eye contact with you a lot? Laugh at your jokes? Offer to come you to places or invite you along? Compliment you?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, out of all those places, yeah, we've been joking around, been playful, that time at the park. Yeah, I think I can see the pattern here. I mean, a lot of those things, yeah. But sometimes she acts a little bit off. As in, there are days where she doesn't really want to talk to me or anyone else. There's something that she's hiding, but she keeps her walls up and doesn't let me in. Oh yeah, oh, okay. Now I remember that one miraculous, title now. It's the wall between us. Okay, now I get it now. And yes, in case if anyone's wondering, I'm a Miraculous, so... yeah, I love Miraculous, so... It's a good show, it's a good show. Like today, she was really having a bad nightmare. Saying stuff like she's really tired and she feels bad for feeling useless. But she never wants to talk about it and just brushes me off whenever I try and help her. Well, there was a long gap in your history together. Perhaps something happened in her life, something that she isn't ready to share just yet? Patience is a virtue, sweetheart. You'll have to understand from her perspective. Sometimes people just don't want to share. I know it must be frustrating. You want to help, but she's just not letting you. Yeah, as much as we would like to, sometimes we can't just force ourselves into someone's life like that. Besides, we have no idea what her reasoning is. I'm sure she'll tell you when she feels comfortable doing so. But doesn't that mean she doesn't trust me yet? Not necessarily. From what you've told me, she enjoys spending time with you. She certainly does trust you, but just not on that level just yet. It'll come in time. Unfortunately, I have to go. A lot of work to be done still. Was lovely talking to you again, sweetheart, and keep me updated on the Sayori situation, especially if anything major pops up, okay? Sure thing, Mom. And thanks, your advice has really been helpful. You're very welcome, darling. Bye! Aw. With both my mother and Sayori gone, the room feels strangely empty. As I meander upstairs to my room and flop onto my chair, my mom's words echo in my mind. Maybe Sayori does like me too, then. Huh. Well, even if she does, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to take the first move? Ask her to a date? Or be my girlfriend? Although we've been hanging out, just us two, isn't that already technically a date? God, I don't know. I think I'll just see how the next couple weeks go and not push anything. Primarily because I don't know what I'm doing. With a weary sigh, I boot up my computer. There's no way I'll be able to get any homework done with all this in my mind. Video games should be a nice way to relax. It's Halloween coming up, so let's pick a horror game. Ah yeah, a horror game. Let's go with the classic, Slender or Amnesia. Any of those two. This one looks tempting. Third-person survival horror, police detective nightmare simulation. Or we could go with, Resident Evil, was it? Yeah, I think. This will do fine. Good old Resident Evil. And speaking of which, I think I definitely need to ask Jake about the dating stuff again, and yeah. I mean, throughout my adventuring and all that with the princesses, or well, saving princesses and, you know, doing quests and all, I'm just saying though, because really, I'm not entirely sure how am I going to, you know, to woo Sayori on this. But then again, there's always time for everything, so we'll just wait till we get there, fellow knights. Wink, wink. Whoops, forgot. Man, I regret staying up late yesterday. I knew it would be a bad idea. I knew I'd struggle staying awake. In more days than one, I really am my worst enemy. Wearily, I pull myself back into the land of the living, determined to make an effort to pay attention to Sakurai. Would anyone care to give me a brief recap of the events that took place at the start of the war? It's alright, don't line up at once. I grin at him, marveling at how his humor is possibly the only thing to keeping me awake. I hope he doesn't ask me though, it's hard enough staying awake, let alone actively contribute. Luckily, Shiori spares me from that possibility, giving him a perfect answer. Well explained. Your teacher definitely deserves a pay raise. He chuckled to himself, carrying on. Well, I paid attention for a couple of minutes. That means I'm entitled to a nap, right? Oh my glob, why? Bruh. Oh, hello again, small Yori.
Hey, Finn?
Yeah? She looks shyly at the ground.
Do you think we'll be friends forever?
What do you mean?
Like, we're pretty young and we've been friends for a while. When we move to junior high school, we'll still be friends, right? And even if we move to high school...
Hey, Sayori, where's this coming from?
Of course we will be. You're my best friend and I always enjoy hanging out with you. You're my best friend too, Finn. You've always been really nice to me. I just don't want to lose that.
Sayori, you're being so silly.
I know.
I have an idea. Something that means we'll always be friends.
Ooh, what?
We should get married.
Married? But isn't that what grown-ups do?
Yeah, but we're 8 now.
That's a pretty big number.
Anyway, what you think? We're still too young at that number, young Finn. Like I said, we'll get there when we get there.
If we're married, does that mean we'll be friends forever? I think so, yeah. I mean, my parents are friends, and they're married, so that must mean that how it works, right?
Oh, I remember that one time when Finn mentioned his, in Act 1, I think. Oh, I don't think that would... I think that doesn't, sound or age well.
Okay. How do we, do it then?
I think you had to get a grown-up to say it.
Let me go find Mommy. Hang on. Mommy.
I really want to make the joke, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that person. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with my head? I'm definitely gonna go to jail for this, but okay, let's not, okay, no.
Yes, darling, what's up? Me and Sayori are getting married.
Marriage, eh?
My. Ara.
Ow, I hit my tooth. Ouch. Dang. Okay, I am not gonna do that again. Oh, glob. My, that's really mature of you two. She smiles fondly at us both.
Oh, you two are so cute together. But being married isn't easy, you know? You still have to support each other, and more importantly, you have to do special things for your partner.
Like what? Mom leans forward, a playful look in her eyes.
Things like sharing your chocolate, Sayori.
Sayori gasps.
Do you think you could do that? With Finn, you'll have to compromise too.
What does that mean?
Well, let's just say that one day you wanted to play video games, but Sayori wanted to go to the park. What would you do?
Easy, we'll go outside first, then come in and play. Come on, Mommy, this marriage stuff is so easy. Oh, another thing that would definitely age well, but we'll see about that for ourselves when we get there. Mom chuckles to herself.
Oh, if it were that easy. Well, you're clearly ready then. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll be best friends forever. Even in 50 years, even in 50-100. Wait, that's a big number, right?
Oh, with a start, I'm jolted back to the present. Jeez, this isn't the kind of history I expected to learn when I started this class. Man, where did it all go wrong? We used to be inseparable. Best friends until the end, no matter what happened. I know we're talking and getting along again these days, but there were a good few years where we had no contact. And she said she loves being around with me, and she didn't want to lose what we had, even though she probably felt estranged as we begin to drift. As Sakurai talks, an uncomfortable feeling of guilt bubbles up within me. Well, we're friends now, right? There's no sense lamenting on the past. Now, everyone open your textbooks to the segment on trench warfare. I want you to write out the main features, how it was, how it worked, and how both sides tried to break out of it. Well, looks like I can't get away with just idly listening in the background anymore. After a while, the bell rings. A usual stampede occurs, with students eager to head to lunch. Oh, thank goodness I think Glob, Sakurai-sensei didn't spot me in that one, so... Oh, that was a save right there, but then again, don't do that again, because that is bad. As I'm making my way over to the courtyard, I spot Natsuki. Hey Natsuki, how are you doing? Oh, hey Nats!
Oh, it's you. I'm alright, I guess.
There's an awkward moment of silence, a given I suppose, as this is one of my first times talking to Natsuki one-on-one. Looking forward to the Halloween party?
Should be fun, I guess.
By the way, I suppose you have seen Sayori, have you?
Don't you guys walk to school together?
Yeah, but she wasn't there this morning. I wouldn't reply to my texts, and wouldn't reply to my texts, so I ended up walking alone.
Huh. Weird.
Wait, what?
Nah, I haven't seen her. I'll tell her when I see her.
Thanks, I'm on my way to have lunch, if you want to join.
No, I'm good. I've already eaten anyway.
Oh, okay. See you around then. She dismissively waves and turns away. I wonder if she's like this with everyone she meets? I don't have much time to ponder the question as once again I spot Yuri on my way to the courtyard. With Sayori absent, I don't really feel like sitting alone. Yuri seemed happy to talk last time, and I can't imagine today would be any different. Hey Yuri. Once again, my greeting startles her. It's slightly comical, although I do feel a little bad making her jump. Oh, as always, again.
Finn. Sorry, I didn't expect you again.
I'll stop being a ninja, I promise. What, you don't have to go ninja, go! I really can't spin because of course, headphones. She laughs softly, closing her book and pulling out a box of food. Mind if we sit outside again? She nods and stands up. Alright. By the way, have you seen Sayori around?
Sayori? Did she not walk with you?
Nope, didn't greet me in the morning, didn't answer my calls. Just wondering if you've seen her around or anything.
I can't say I have. Apologies.
No worries, I didn't expect you to have. I don't think she came to school today. Huh. She didn't answer, she didn't... Oh, I know what's up, I know it. A temporary lull in conversation feels a little awkward. Yuri isn't the greatest with leading a conversation or diverting a topic. She's fiddling with her hair, clearly thinking hard for something to say. Anyway, you know, I'm curious. What are your thoughts on Halloween? You know, given you like horror so much.
Well, are you sure you don't want to know? I'd hate to bore you.
Not at all. I ask you specifically, after all. It wouldn't bore me in the slightest.
Well, to be truthful, while most people typically feel frightened by all the monsters and horror villains that come out to play, Halloween, ironically enough, makes me feel safer.
Why's that?
I feel like I belong, if that makes sense. That's not weird, is it? Ooh.
Yuri, seriously, you don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to make fun of you or anything, I promise. What do you mean by belong?
Well, it's a day where most people get into the spirit of horror. If only for one day, it's a day where the...
What? What? How do you say this? Macabre? I don't know horror or demons and such.
Macabre becomes the norm. I get a sense of belonging from it because Halloween is typically comprised of horror stories, movies, etc. Although I'm not much of a fan of the commercialism, it detracts a little from Halloween's actual meaning.
Oh, you mean all the cheesy bat spiders, skeletons they hang up in stores?
Precisely.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, gonna lie, I kinda agree on that one too. I'll admit, I'm not huge on horror, but Halloween's always been fun. Sayori and I used to prank each other, scare each other with stories, that sort of thing. Obviously, we haven't done that in a good few years. Another pang of guilt.
Spending such a day with someone else, I imagine that must be wonderful to share.
Yeah, it's definitely something. We used to carve pumpkins together over the weekend. I'll be bringing them to the club. Actually, you can check them out.
I'll look forward to it. Back to your initial question though. As frightening as horror villains can be, I would be hard-pressed to deny that their personalities or motives are interesting. Take Frankenstein's monster, for instance. The very fact that it isn't given a name, and only referred as the monster, makes you think it would behave like a mindless beast. Yet once it's created, it is unaware of its own identity and even becomes frightened. It's even able to forge relationships with a family of peasants, and even saves a human girl. Yet it is continually misunderstood, even being shot for its efforts. Even after being mistreated by its creator, it still mourns the creator's death. Hardly the behavior and emotion you would expect a typical monster to display, don't you think?
Well, I can always count on Yuri for a thought-provoking discussion, that's for sure. Yeah, same thoughts on that one too. When you put it like that, I can definitely see what you mean. I guess just by labeling something as a monster, people automatically assume it'll behave like one, right? So in giving it a personality and, well, human emotions, it does make you question whether the monster is really, well, a monster.
Definitely. It's honestly fascinating.
It is. The rest of the lunch break passes by in a blur. Before I know it, the bell has rung and it's time to go. Well, it's another day over. Okay, I'll stop dancing. Sayori's has been on my mind all day, no matter how much I try and distract myself. She's probably just ill given the stuff she eats. I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later. Still, can't hurt to check for myself. Hey, Sayori? It's me. I was just wondering if you were okay, you know, just because you didn't come to school today. There's a muffled shuffling as I hear Dora's footsteps slowly walk towards the door.
You didn't have to. I just wasn't feeling well, that's all. I've been trying to sleep it off, so that's why I missed your calls. Sorry.
No worries. Hey, what do you have? A sore throat? Fever?
I just got a really bad headache, and I'm feeling really dizzy.
I can get some stuff from the pharmacy if you like. Should make you feel better.
No, it's okay. I think I'll be fine, don't you worry about me.
As she's talking, I can't help but notice what a mess the room is. I know Sayori has never been on the neat side, but this looks worse than usual. Oh, you're taking medicine for your headache already?
Huh?
She frantically follows where I'm pointing and swiftly hides the medicine packet in her pocket.
Oh, those. See, yeah. See, you don't have to get medicine for me after all.
Right. Anyway,
I'm sorry if I'm not in the mood to talk. This headache is a real meanie. If you don't mind, I'm gonna try to get some more sleep. See ya!
Sayori, wait!
What is it, Finn? Look, I know you're concerned about me, and it's really sweet. But for once, can you just stop it? I'm okay, and I'm just really tired and not feeling myself.
I stare at her, hurt.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. I'm just really not in a good mood right now.
It's okay. I guess it's on me for worrying so much. Well then, it seems like my suspicions have been confirmed, but not that quite. But, well then, sorry for the abrupt stop there, fellow knights, but that's it for this episode of Doki Doki Blue Skies. I know, I'm sorry, but likewise, there's always another episode. So if you enjoy what you're watching and like what you're seeing, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course, subscribe, as it always helped me a huge bunch in making more content like this. But don't worry, it won't cost you anything, it'll help me a lot, really, because I really appreciate you all. And click on the bell notification, as always, to be notified when I upload. And if you want to play this mod for yourself, as always, link in the description below. So, with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Finn the Dominate signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay awesome and have fun, fellow knights.